Good evening, and welcome to Season 4, Episode 23 of Robin's Piano Bar, where the drinks and the food are virtual, but the piano playing is real. I'm your host, Larry Kosson, streaming live to you on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch TV, LinkedIn, and Bandcamp. Tonight's episode is October Vibes. And now, please welcome to her own home, our favorite piano gal, Robin Spielberg.
Hello. Hi, everybody. Good evening. It's been too long, and I've missed you so. So glad to be back. We were gone for an entire month from Piano Bar. So welcome back. This is Season 4, Episode 23, live stream number 228.
We've been gone so long, I forgot which buttons to press. Okay.
I know. We actually weren't gone. We were away,
We've been busy.
for one concert and one conference. But then it was our daughter's 25th birthday, so we were off on that Friday. And it was the Jewish holiday, so we were off. But now we are here and back. And so happy to see you. So happy October. And hope everyone in Piano Land is doing well. Got a nice live stream for you. I wasn't sure until this morning I was going to do it. See the Band-Aid? Da, 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 da.
Oops.
Yeah. I'm not even going to tell you what happened because you'll just get upset. But
I wasn't here.
no one was here.
But did you
good
see
news,
the video of Britney Spears playing with knives?
I was not playing with knives.
Okay, I'm
but
just
yes,
saying.
I did.
But
Yeah,
did you
apparently
see-
Britney Spears was playing with knives and the police were called.
They sent the wellness check.
I was not playing with knives. I actually decided not to use knives. I thought maybe I shouldn't be using knives anymore because, playing a lot of piano and the orchestra things coming up. So I'll use the slicer. No. Nope. Not for me. That's put away now. Anyway, it's healing well. I'm fine. I'm just have precautionary wrapping. And it is a little weird to play with it on. But I will do my best and carry on. That's all I will say about that.
It was such a
It was
beautiful,
utterly disgusting. Okay, that's it.
It was such a beautiful October day on Sunday.
And I ruined it for
and
you.
I went for a 40-mile bike ride.
You
Couldn't
did.
get it. Was just
You
it
did.
was glorious.
Yes,
And
everyone was out of the house.
5 miles from home.
I called
my
one neighbor
phone
for
rang.
help, but she couldn't come over because me just telling her what happened grossed her out. All right, so now we're going to play the piano with the bandaged finger. Victoria was just tuned this morning and got lots of exciting things to share with you in this live stream. But enough chit-chat. Let's get to the piano.
Are there surprises?
What?
Are there surprises?
There's always surprises, Larry.
Okay.
I want to keep surprising you.
Stay tuned. That's why
Here
people
is-
tune in. They actually want to see when we're gonna fight again online.
We're not fighting.
Right.
There's no fighting. We don't
There's nothing.
fight.
Never.
We get into some discussions.
Heated discussions.
This is a change of season. And there is a change of season. Folks who live up north, northeast, are starting to see all the beautiful colors. Thanks for the compliment on my little wrap
Rob,
here.
talk in a
It
microphone,
is
please.
butterfly wings. Pardon?
You have to speak into the microphone.
Okay,
Our
thanks
audience
for the
can't
reminder.
hear you.
Yes, they look like butterfly wings. I think that's kind of...
So this weekend is peak for the leaves.
For where?
Here.
That's not true.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. This is the
Who
peak
said that?
weekend. It was reported in the news.
Yeah, but I took a drive around yesterday, and definitely not.
But you didn't ride through the woods like I did. It's going to be peak
Oh,
this
really?
weekend.
Well, then, I guess I should go ride through the woods.
I guess so. Not with me because I won't be here. But it's going to rain tomorrow anyway. So all the leaves are coming down tomorrow.
It is beautiful. Anyway, I can't ride through the woods tomorrow because tomorrow I'm going to school.
Yeah. You're going to get schooled.
I'm going to school.
You're going to get schooled, all right.
I enrolled in the Penn State Extension Master Gardening Program. It actually started last night. I had my first class, and I have class tomorrow.
And you realized how much you don't know about gardening.
Oh, yeah. They give you a pre-test. And I guess everyone who signs up for this thing, thinks they're pretty good at gardening. I am pretty good at gardening. Then you do the test, and you're like, I am an idiot. I don't know anything. So I really look forward to learning all the things that were asked on that test. I think there were about 119 questions, and maybe I got 15 right. I have no idea what I got right. They'll tell me. They'll tell me how dumb I am when I get there. Anyway, that starts tomorrow, and I'm really looking forward to it. And yes, Judy, if you were laughing about my finger story, it's fine. I like humor. Sometimes it's good to have humor with these things, because if you don't laugh, you cry. And I've had a lot of humor about this particular situation, I have to say. I'm one of those people that I'm not afraid of like blood and guts and gory things. I'm quite the opposite in a weird way. Like if someone has, a procedure, and, they have a procedure where they put like a camera down the esophagus, right? Or something like that. I want to see the pictures. I do. I want to see like how the operation happened, how things are healing. My friend broke her ankle, and it was a total mess. And I said, can you take the bandage off so I can just see how that's healing? I know that's weird, but I'm just
not as weird as me putting up the tip information just because of what you're talking about. I figure if they're going to tip because of this conversation. Okay.
I think it's a miracle the way the body heals. That's what I'm trying to say, Larry. And I really enjoy seeing it.
You all missed us.
Healing. Okay, so I sliced the tip off of my finger, and not all the way. There was a flap. I put it back. And it did need stitches. Someone asked, did it need stitches? Yes, it did. But I did not want stitches because then stitches would create scar tissue, and then that is weird to have balance on your finger with scar tissue. So I just put it back, and my body completely accepted it.
It's because you put it on ice right away. That's why.
I did. I'm trying to keep this together here. You might have to get me another one.
Keep it together. Robin, keep it together.
Falling apart, Larry.
Okay.
The thingy is falling apart. You might have to get me.
So, for the doctors in the house, let's have a conversation while Robin's fixing her
I love
finger.
all the medical stuff.
Yeah.
I'm always very interested in all the details. All the gory. I'm not going to run away from blood and guts. I kind of run to it and want to repair it. Love that. Could have been an EMT. Didn't do it. All right. So now I'm going to play something I have never played on this live stream. It's the song that everyone screams at a rock concert to be played. Can you guess what it is? Freebird! Okay. And one of the reasons I'm playing Freebird is that you might notice I'm wearing this bird angel pin. I can tell you more about that later. Or right after this song, I'm going to tell you about it. And, so here it is, Freebird.
is a shortened version.
Yeah, that's the short version, not the super long, dragged out version. There's a Band-Aid in the kitchen. You're going to have to get me one because the thing's falling off. Yeah, wrap it around. This is the non-sticky thing to play the piano with. Okay. So I was telling you that I'm wearing this special angel bird pin, which is customized especially for the By the Way of the Wind project. And we started shipping out the pre-orders today. Super excited about that. Shipping out some more tomorrow, getting those rolled out. The actual release date is October 20th, and we'll be live streaming on that day. I will be playing you all of the pieces from the album. He's going to throw it to me. Thank you. Thanks, darling. And so we're going to do a live stream on October 20th of all of the pieces, the piano reduction, though, in celebration of the release. Because I don't have an orchestra in my house. And this is what it looks like. If you watched my Instagram feed or my Facebook feed, I did a unboxing video. But it's a really nice, sturdy box. Beautiful design. And
don't use it to hit anyone with, please.
You can bop someone on the head with it.
Don't do that.
But don't. It opens this way. Now over here,
if you buy enough of them, you can at least raise your house
above
up.
the CD, that's where the pin is. I took mine out.
Level out
because I'm wearing it.
it.
And the pin is an angel bird. And the significance of that is that I want you to wear it, or maybe in order to help yourself rise above your troubles, or soar toward your dreams, or gift it to someone who you think needs it. I wear it because it's a reminder that I am standing on the shoulders of my ancestor musician in my family.
Your microphone wire is blocking the pin, Rob. Go ahead.
Okay. So it looks like that.
Now you're okay. There you go.
I know. Am I doing a terrible job?
It's okay.
And this is the booklet. Beautiful line drawings, poems, writings, stories. Really beautiful inside. And then there's a bunch of postcards, and you can keep them or gift them, but just more information about what inspired the music and stories behind the songs. And I just think they're lovely. And we have this sitting on our coffee table. One of the small details I love a lot is this. The booklet has this beautiful hand sewn, folks, binding. It's not stapled or glued. It's hand sewn. I love the color. The color was intended to match the ring that I wear. You always see me wear that on my live streams. That was my dad's ring. All right, so that's not available on Amazon. They're going to come signed and numbered. They're available on my website. And, the shipping is $7.95, unfortunately. It costs actually $8.30, so I'm eating a little bit of that. They come in a nice padded envelope. This one's going to Lori in Kansas City. So that's why I'm wearing the angel bird. And so for those of you who have pre-ordered, you're going to get them super soon. Super soon. And what am I playing next? This one. So this song is called Wake Me Up When September Ends. So it means that you can all wake up now because September has ended. All right.
Yes, Leonard, you're going to get it on Tuesday because Monday is a holiday for those of you who may have forgotten.
Yes, it is.
It's a
It
mail
is.
holiday and a
And
bank holiday.
Martin, I did mail yours, and I prepaid your customs. So there were a few Canadian orders. Man, I just think it's such a ripoff that you have to then go to customs and then pay another whatever.
We could have gone up. We could have gone up to the border and just handed it across the border.
We probably should have. We probably should have had like a concert on the border, and then anyone who ordered from Canada just come to the show and pick theirs up, right? I think the first person to get hers is going to be Patricia because she's watching now and she's in my zip code. So I made sure to tell our postmaster today, put it in the local bin. So you might get it tomorrow.
Just a quick shout out to my friend Steve Alter who's watching. Nice to see you here, Steve.
Thanks for
joining
watching,
us.
Steve.
Good to speak with you
Thanks
again
to everyone
today.
tuning in tonight. We are so appreciative of you being here. I was worried you wouldn't be here when we were ready. You forgot about us. But you didn't, and you're here, so thank you. If you're just joining us, this is Piano Bar number 228, Season 4, Episode 23, and we're doing a whole theme of October vibes. So this next one is appropriate. It's Autumn Leaves. You want to go peep at the leaves? Do your peeping. Larry says it's peaking here in South Central PA this weekend. They sure are beautiful. I did some driving around, and they sure are beautiful. I realized we're getting so close to peak already.
It could have just been a, Visit Pennsylvania promo thing.
It might have been. I think we have another. I feel like the 15th around here is kind of when it really lights up. But
we get it all through the month.
But it changes. It changes that every year. The garden. I keep a garden diary, and things change. Depending on how much moisture, things like that. I will learn more about that in my gardening class, I am sure.
Yeah, I'm going to keep asking you about the pH of that soil. I can tell you that.
I'm really looking forward to the class on pesticides. That sounds like a real exciting class. They asked, did a survey, which class are you least interested in attending?
I can't even go
It was like lawn maintenance. I'm like, yeah, because I don't, lawns are just so dumb. Don't get me started, right? We water them and fertilize them and do everything to make the grass grow. And then what do? We cut it. We practically murder it within an inch of its life. And then we water it and we fertilize it to make it grow. And then we butcher it again. It makes absolutely no sense.
For our friends out west, including our friends in Montana, you all know how crazy this is because you don't have water right now. So
the lawn thing is just stupid.
It's kind of
I wish it would just go away and everyone just plant natives in their front yard, and that's the end. All right, this is Autumn Leaves. autumn leaves. Someone asked if our county's under a watering restriction. I wouldn't
are.
know because I don't water anything.
We are.
We are?
Yeah, Allison.
I watered.
To answer your question,
I was watering the vegetable garden before it was all over, but
it's kind of a weird restriction. It just means you can't wash your cars and you.
I don't water the lawn. Don't water
right.
your lawn. You know what? If you don't water your lawn, the grass will get deeper roots, and when it does rain, but if you water it all the time, the roots will be really shallow, and it'll depend on you doing it. And that's what I know about that. And now
I got in trouble with the Montana folks. They're yelling at me that they have water out there. But I've been reading a lot about what's going on in the Midwest, in the northern Midwest, and out west. Especially, like, there was a whole thing about in Minnesota fighting over the wells, the deep wells, the water and the water table, because the farmers need that, especially if they're growing potatoes out there.
All right, everyone, just let your cars be dirty. Leave it alone.
But they're
I see the Birchells are here on YouTube, so thank you so much for joining and welcome to your new home. They moved, and I saw that your order had the old address, so I updated it and sent it to your new house just today. And speaking of water and rain, I'm going to play an original for you now. This is A Walk Between the Raindrops, and always makes me think of my dad when I play this tune because I named it for him. I used to think when I was a little girl that my father had the superpower of being able to walk between the raindrops because he'd come home from work from New York City when it was pouring rain and he was dry and he didn't have an umbrella. It wasn't until years later I learned that he was able to navigate the labyrinth of the subways and all the connecting tunnels that took him through and across different buildings. So he'd be able to get from his office in eastern Midtown Manhattan, all the way home without ever having to see the sky. And I thought that was pretty amazing when I found it out. But even more special was thinking that my dad had the superpower of being able to walk in between raindrops. All right. So that's why I call it this, and hope you enjoy it.
A lot of doomsday chatter in the chat tonight. So, which, I thought this was supposed to be an anxiety-reducing piano
people
bar.
anxious on the chat? I'm anxious. This thing's falling off. Okay. So,
Well, we're talking about,
that was Here's That Rainy Day. Are we talking about
Manhattan sinking, and Sharon
Manhattan
said,
sinking.
California is going to sink into the ocean.
California sinking. Yeah, well,
people
have always, since the beginning of time, talked about horrible things that would happen. Because human beings are wired to pay attention to things that scare them, to fear. We don't focus on the happy news. If we're watching that news report about the hurricane coming and all the damage it's going to do, like it sticks to us like Velcro and we keep watching. We're wired for that because we want to make sure that we stay safe, and it's a human instinct. So don't fall into that trap. Take it one day at a time.
Tonight's live stream brought to you by Band-Aid.
Tonight's live stream brought to you by Optimism.
Band-Aid.
and Band-Aid. I have Band-Aid and also Curate.
I gave you a couple
Can I just
options.
say,
Yeah.
I want to sing the praises of whoever invented butterfly strips. I had never tried one before I had this finger injury. If you're just tuning in, I sliced off a piece of my finger. And instead of getting stitches, we put these butterfly strips on to kind of seal it tight. They work. I'm here to testify to that. The whole stream is about my finger because it feels so weird to play with. It feels like I'm playing with boxing gloves on.
I thought this was supposed to be October vibes, but I couldn't help myself when you were putting the Band-Aid on. I'm thinking, the company that makes Band-Aids, man, they're getting all this
yes, Robin
free
Spielberg uses
advertising.
butterfly strips and Band-Aids. Yeah, well, now we'll see if
as if they need. I mean, as if they need any more advertising. Band-Aid is.
Well, there are a lot of other brands. We call them Band-Aids, even if we're not using that brand.
Yeah, there's a term that when a brand.
Right, like we say we're going to Xerox something, even though we're not using a Xerox. We're using a Brother.
Yeah,
I'm going to go Brother a copy of that. I'm going to go Epson that.
But when a brand becomes ubiquitous.
Yes.
There's a term, and someone out there.
All right, someone will tell us.
Tell us what that term is when.
Someone will tell us.
Yeah, of course someone's going to tell us.
A lot of exciting things are coming up. So I'm posting on my Facebook page, posting everywhere.
Is that time of the live stream to talk about what's happening?
Yes, what's happening. Next week, I am going to Pompano Beach, Florida. It's fun to say. Pompano. Is it Pompano? No, I think it's Pompano. Pompano Beach, Florida. I'm doing a number of things there. I'll be an artist in residence. I'm doing a talk on music and mental health, giving a lecture. I am doing something in the music and memory care program for seniors. I'm doing a concert. So if you live near there or know someone you thinks might enjoy the show, it will be on October 13th. Check out robinspielberg.com for details. Just yesterday was Grammy Advocacy Day, so I went to go see my congressman about music creators' rights.
Yeah, we don't want to go down that path right now. We're not seeing our congressman. That's not a conversation we want to have on our live stream in this piano bar.
Anyway, conversation was about artificial intelligence and music and all this kind of stuff.
All the things we don't want to talk about.
All the things we want to talk about.
But,
what else is coming up?
Southern Florida. So next weekend, on next Friday night,
I told them already.
Southern Florida.
Gone.
Well, for those of you who perhaps are geographically challenged, Pompano Beach is in Southern Florida.
All right, I had no idea that's where it was.
Okay.
So thanks for letting me know where I'm going.
Okay, yeah, you're flying into West Palm Beach.
Thanks.
And in fact, I'm going to meet you on your airplane.
I'll meet you there.
I'll meet you.
I'll get there.
I'll meet you in Baltimore. In fact.
Okay.
I'll fly up from.
You're
where
flying
I'm
from
going.
Nashville. Okay, doesn't matter. And then
what happens?
Then the following week, we have a
October
live
20th.
stream celebrating this.
October 20th. Don't forget. Put the
by
date
way
on your calendar,
of the
folks.
wind, and then November 12th is the big. Oh my gosh, what have I done? Concert, which is the premiere with me as soloist with the Brazo Sports Symphony Orchestra. There are about 600 seats. I think 400 or so are sold, so I'm happy to see that they're selling. And then I just got word October 26th, I'll post it. I'm going to be on Good Day, PA at 10 in the morning. It's a TV show in Pennsylvania. All right, what's next? This is next. Oh, so much going on. Busy, busy, busy. What's everyone drinking tonight? Are we having drinks at the piano bar? I have very exciting cocktail in here. It is club soda, but wait for it, with a hint of orange.
Yeah.
That's what's going on in my cup.
How things have changed in 3 years.
That's what's going on in my cup. Well, yeah, during the pandemic, I think we had cocktails. Yeah, the pandemic was very good for alcohol consumption.
The liquor stores and the liquor manufacturers went.
Good time to have a weekend in New England for sure because of the beautiful fall foliage. One of my favorite places up there, Woodstock Inn in Woodstock, Vermont, always had, oh gosh, beautiful little town and just beautiful fall foliage. And also I'm sure it's beautiful up at Mohonk Mountain House, where we were just in August to do a show. And Larry, I don't know if you saw this, they were just rated #1 resort in the Northeast by Condé, Traveler.
Condé Nast Traveler.
Yes,
I
Condé
did
Nast
not
Traveler.
know that. Wow.
I just saw that they won that, so
they
good
get
for
my
them.
vote.
It is beautiful there. It's one of my favorite places to go, really any time of year.
And it's not corporate. It's family owned
Family owned
and operated.
for generations.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Sharon, just to remind you, there are no bartenders here at the Robbins Piano Bar. Only a mixologist. There are no.
Yes, we're a lot more sophisticated. We have a mixologist, no bartender. So Larry, what is the mixologist making this evening, or what is the mixologist mixing?
I am mixing the sound, the audio, and the video. And
Yes,
Robin,
you are.
tell them what happens, how this works with the bartender and the mixologist.
Well, this is how it works.
Bar.
You, if
For
you're
our
new to
newbies,
piano bar,
yeah.
or maybe you need a refresher. Maybe you need a refresher of your drink. What happens that at this piano bar, you can order anything, any drink, any cocktail you could imagine that you could think of. Our mixologist can make it happen for you. And all you have to do is go into your own kitchen or bar area, make whatever it is that pleases you, bring it back, and then tip us. And
It makes perfect sense to me.
it does. It does. And that's how it works here at the piano bar. Because you have to keep Victoria tuned. Let's see. We've got 44% humidity in here. Okay, so she's pretty happy.
Yeah, I just turned the air
The
up
thing
a
is,
little bit for
what's
you.
going to happen is that it's going to get cool next week. We're going to go into heating season, and then piano's going to freak out. I'm so sorry in advance, Victoria. I'm so sorry in advance. And so we're going to have to call the technician back.
She's
Probably.
so sensitive to the temperature.
She's
and
extremely
humidity.
sensitive. She's a breathing, living thing, and she expands and contracts with the weather. We're trying to keep it very steady in here. So forget about our own comfort. We need to be respectful of what really matters.
Linda says her bartender's asleep.
What do you mean her bartender's asleep?
It's still early, Linda.
Well, you
It's
know,
so
I
early.
have that gift, Linda. Yeah, I know. You're just being nice. I put your bartender to sleep, didn't I? You can tell me. I am proud to say that I have personally put millions of people to sleep. I used to be offended by that, but I no longer am. I realize that not everyone can do it. I've had people write me letters telling me that they have tried Ambien, they have tried Valium, they have tried drinking, they have tried exercise at night, all kinds of things, nothing worked, but Robin Spielberg's music, right to bed, right to sleep. So, okay, I'll take it. That's a compliment.
You know, Allison said it. I thought it, Allison, and I didn't want to
What?
say it on the air. She
What?
said, sounds like Victoria piano menopause. And that's exactly what I was thinking, except Allison,
You know what?
great minds think
No,
alike.
no, what? Let me
because
let me tell you something. This piano is way past menopause. She was born in 1896. So she's way on the other side of that. Okay?
And I was just holding
She's
back.
just sensitive.
I was holding back
Okay?
because I
It's
get in
not
trouble.
hormonal. It's just sensitivity. All right, let's get back to the music now. I've got two originals.
See, Robin's cutting me off again. That's how
all right,
she's
what is it? Do you
moving
have
on.
something
No,
really
it's okay.
pressing?
No, it's okay. Let's go. Keep going. No, go ahead.
Okay, say it.
Go.
What?
Move on to the next song.
All right, I'm going to play a couple originals back to back, and this is Circle of Life, and one that I haven't played in a while. It's usually a duet with me and a cellist, but I will have to play the cello parts, or you'll have to imagine them. This is Circle of Life, and then Dawn at Walden Place. for those of you who might be curious, that piece, Dawn at Walden Place, I actually composed while standing on Walden Place at dawn. This is true. I used to stand there waiting for the bus from Upper Montclair, New Jersey to New York City to play my piano gig when I left New York City. And sometimes it was super cold waiting for that bus in the winter. And very early, it was like 6 in the morning because I had a gig that started, believe it or not, breakfast, 7:30 in the morning at the Grand Hyatt above Grand Central Station in New York City. And to get my mind off the cold, I would compose a bit in my head, and I was working on this duet, working on counterpoint, thinking about what the cello would play, what the piano would play, what the answer, call, and response would be. It would get my mind off my discomfort, and over the course of a winter season, waiting for the bus, that was what I came up with, Dawn at Walden Place.
In that age, you got up before I did. That's such a... how things have changed, right?
Got up ridiculously early to play the piano. It was such a strange thing. I don't know anyone who had a piano job that early. Usually it was piano bar stuff at night. Sometimes I did the night ones too, but in those days, my regular gig was playing 11:30 to 2:30, but the gentleman who used to play before me for breakfast often was in L.A. doing TV scores. So I covered for him and for 6 months out of the year. So that's how that worked. I got a few more for you. This one is, which album did I do this on? Larry, you're going to have to help me out here. Maybe With a Song in My Heart.
I think it was With a Song in My Heart.
This is Killing Me Softly. So we haven't done this live stream thing in about a month. So in the past month, so much has happened, including we lost someone that in the music biz, Jimmy Buffett. And so I wanted to play a Jimmy Buffett tune for you, probably one of his most famous tunes, and so appropriate because here we are at Piano Bar. So
It's 5 o'clock.
you haven't
somewhere.
already, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, folks. If you haven't already had your margarita for the night, I'll pretend. This is Margaritaville. Good time to salt your rim, have a margarita. I like mine with the salted rim. For sure.
Did you find your salt shaker?
Somewhere. It's somewhere.
So, Robin, the Wall Street Journal today reported that the next generation, Gen Z, that are concert goers, are teetotalers.
What does that mean?
They're not drinking at concerts anymore. That Gen Z are not, they don't drink. So,
Yeah.
which is a big deal. I mean, when you think about it, Jimmy Buffett was the epitome of consuming alcohol beverages at concerts.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, we see it with our daughter doesn't drink at
Her
all.
friends,
Doesn't go to bars. None of her friends do. They
No.
are completely against the whole thing. And
So they go to concerts now. They still go to concerts.
they go to concerts and like
But
me have club soda with a little dash of orange.
There's no alcohol sales. So significant economic impact on those
I'm sure.
venues too.
I'm sure it does.
But it's a huge change. And so, Jimmy, you had your day and you had your fun.
May he rest in peace. He was
but alcohol's not going to be...
Well, he also had a lot of... he had restaurants and stuff open, right? At Margaritavilles and stuff everywhere.
Yeah, he had restaurant and bars all over the country, yeah. Or
all
at
right.
least
well,
where we
here's
went.
one. This is a 1960s tune, which I've never played on the live stream.
No, you have not.
No, I have not. And it's interesting because it was written by Jerry Capehart. And when I was touring with Jimmy Webb, he would often say in his concerts that this was a song that he heard while he was riding his dad's tractor in the cornfield. He heard the song on his transistor radio, and he had hoped he'd one day write a song as good as this one. And I'm not sure if Glenn Campbell actually sang this one, but I'm looking at the credits, and I see that Elvis Presley Music, Inc. is one of the publishers. So I bet that Elvis Presley sang this one, too.
I'm pretty sure that Jimmy said he heard... he did hear... Glenn
Campbell singing this song
on the radio when
but I think it's very interesting that it was it's published by Elvis Presley.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool story. So I looked it up to learn it because of that story, and here it is. The tune that inspired many a Jimmy Webb song, Turn Around, Look at Me. Anyone know that song? Did anyone say they knew that song, Larry, on the stream? Just wondering. if you want to get a really cool little angel pin like this one, you know what to do.
Someone on YouTube.
RobinSpielberg.com and look at the. Now I know what you're thinking. A lot of people are saying they can listen to it on streaming, and you can. October 20th.
How do you know what they're thinking, Robin?
How do I know?
How do you know? How do you know what they're thinking?
I'm feeling the vibes, the October vibes. I'll wait till stream it. Okay, yeah, but wait, I stream music too. But wait, this goes on your coffee table and has all these cool things inside.
But wait,
the
there's
angel
more.
pin.
But wait, there's more.
I'm pushing these things. You know how much room this is going to take up in our home in a few days? We have the air shipment first, and now they were on a boat from overseas, from Asia, and now from Taiwan, and now they're going to come here by truck and they take over the house because they're big boxes.
Operators are standing by.
Yes, the shipping department is standing by. Me and Val. Okay.
Are they supposed to come this coming week, Rob?
They say.
And I won't be here. How
I don't know what I'm going to do.
glorious is that? I'm not going to be here.
What will I do?
How did that happen?
I will ask the nice driver to please put them in the garage. And then you'll have to do something about it because you won't be able to park your car in the garage unless you move the boxes to the office. How's that for good thinking? All right, so here's the title track to the album that just came out before this one. You know, I always feel like it's so exciting when you have a new album and then the poor other ones don't get any attention. But
it's all within the same year.
It's all within the same year. And Downtown came out just a few months ago, and it actually charted on the Billboard Contemporary Classical Crossover chart. I was very happy about that. And so here's the title track. Still think I like the album a lot, which is good. It's good because sometimes time passes and I think, what was I thinking in making that record? But I do like this record a lot. Downtown, all the streaming services and CD if you want to listen to that. Here we go.
You said be careful with those fingers opening up the cartons.
I'm not going to open the cartons.
That's what it's going to come down to.
Yeah, I think until at least the orchestra date, there's like no knives, chopping, opening cartons. I already stopped gardening. Like, okay.
You give new meaning to the term "knives out." So it's last call.
Plus, we had to also get rid of this week a wasp nest in the back, and there were yellow jackets, like swarming everywhere.
They were building a little city beneath our house.
They were a little city beneath our driveway, just waiting to sting my hands.
Turns out the ones that we saw were just the scouts.
They were just the scouts,
Who
apparently.
knew?
All right, so it's last call, Mr. Mixologist.
It's last call. And
we have one more song. Now, a reminder, we won't be here next week because we're going to be in Pompano Beach, Florida, doing a concert
October
at the John
13th.
Knox Villages. If you want to get a ticket, go on my website, robinspielberg.com.
And then what happens on October 20th?
October 20th, release day for By Way of the Wind.
We're having a live stream party
We'll have
that
a little
night.
party here celebrating it, and there might be cake. Yeah, make sure you buy some cake.
There might be
ahead
champagne
of time.
too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, buy cake. I think cake and
champagne.
Maybe cake and champagne. Yeah, I like that idea.
There might be surprises.
There might be surprises.
You never know.
I might be eating cake during the live stream. There might be. There will not be an orchestra in my house, but you'll be able to hear the orchestra starting October 20th, or even earlier if you pre-ordered the album By Way of the Wind. And now that we're getting into, we're in autumn now, are you noticing the differences in the light? Has everyone been noticing that? I have.
Days are getting shorter.
Yes, it was dark this morning, Larry, when you got up to do your bike ride. It was really dark so early as we were sound checking in here. Usually we have to tape all the curtains closed so we get the lighting right because it's still sunny. And at least we know that the lawnmowers are not going to disrupt the live stream because that would often happen in the summertime. People were still mowing their lawns 8:45, 9 o'clock. Now it gets pretty quiet. So I'm going to start with this one. I'm going to end with this one.
We're just getting started?
Just getting started there. Wide awake now.
Past my bedtime.
This is the sound of silence. Thank you so, so much for joining us this evening. Larry and I are so appreciative, not only of your virtual tips in the piano jar.
We had fun. I hope you had fun.
But we hope you had fun. And we appreciate the conversation and the camaraderie and for you allowing us into your living rooms or wherever you are. You can always watch archived live streams on my YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/Robin Spielberg. Just click on playlists and you will see a lot of different things that you can watch. But there's playlists for archived live streams. And we'll end with this one. We'll see you in a couple of weeks. Take care.
So I know they've all missed you, Sasha, so it's your turn. Come and say goodnight. Good girl.